welcome back. In this video, it's going to be a very exciting one for me because I have been, oops, I almost forgot one more thing. Here in front of me are the stationery that I bought from Japan from my recent trip. It's technically not everything because I did buy duplicates of things, as you will see in a second, but I have it all here if you just wanted to be impatient and just see everything all at once before I start talking about individual things. In this video, I'm not going to talk about the Traveler's Factory things that I purchased because I already made a separate video about that. So if you want to see those things, you can go back to my channel to see that video. I did buy quite a bit, so that's why I had to put it in a separate video, but I am not including any Traveler's Factory, any Traveler's Notebook things in this video. So that's my little disclaimer. So this is pretty much an overview of everything that I bought. I'm going to put things off to the side so I can focus on things one by one. And we're going to start with washi tape. MT tape in particular. So this is not from MT, but I am kind of ruining a surprise here because, let me zoom in a bit. I bought this one for myself. It's just a simple category label one, and I thought it was super versatile. I just liked how simple it was, and it would be really easy to layer on pages. I generally don't use washi tape too much. I think I prefer PET tape, but what I really liked about this tape that I didn't even realize until after I bought it is that it's actually perforated. So all of these labels actually tear off, and I will just do two to show you. But it tears off like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm going to stick this back on. I didn't know it. I thought it was just one giant kind of roll, but yes, this makes it even better. So in my Japan vlog 2, I showed that I went to Kurashiki in Okayama, which is the birthplace of MT washi tape. And so I felt like I had to buy something from like one of the stores. It wasn't the official, I don't think, MT store. There's actually 2 stores selling, there's probably more, but the 2 that I know of that were selling MT tapes. And I bought this one from Tain, so that is in my vlog, but I bought some other things, and again, I'm kind of ruining the surprise because I bought these as gifts. Again, I'm not a big washi tape person, so I wish I bought more for myself, but it's mostly just pattern stuff, and I honestly don't use too much pattern stuff. The first one is this Moomin one, which I didn't realize was Moomin at the time. I was just kind of looking at the tape, and I bought this for someone that really likes colorful washi tape, and so I thought she would like this. This was 363 yen, I believe. This one was about the same. I think maybe 200 and something yen, which is equivalent to like $3.60. It's almost exactly the same as Australian. So that's probably about $3.60, $3.70. And the other one I bought for that friend were these colorful frames, which I thought was really nice. I believe this is part of their new collection. And this one was $3.19. So, oh, not focusing. About $3.20 Australian for this washi tape. And the label is super cute. There were so many designs, it was really hard to choose, but I got those 2 colorful ones. And then the other 2, I feel like as soon as this person that this gift is meant for sees this, they will know it's meant for them. So this is a Peanuts one, and it's a bigger than usual washi tape. What is it? 30 mils, so 3 centimeter height washi tape, and it's got this cute like crafty vintage look and some illustrations from the comic, which I thought was really, really sweet. So this person kind of has like a vintage aesthetic, but also loves Peanuts. So I got that, and I know they also love this. I don't know how to say this. I'm so sorry. My focusing is struggling right now. But this one is a Mina Pahonen. Again, I have no idea how to say it, but she is quite notable for her butterflies, and the person that this is for has a planner with these butterflies, if my camera will focus. And so this one was 275 yen, which is I think one of the cheapest ones, but it's only $2.75 pretty much, and this one was 407 yen. So it's about like under $7 for the both of them, which I think is super cheap for washi tape. let alone MT washi tape. So that is what I bought for washi tape. I only bought one for myself. My husband actually chose one for himself as well, and it's just a solid color. It's a matcha green kind of color. I don't have it here because I have no idea where he put it, but he did choose that one for himself. But that is what I bought from the MT store in Kurashiki. The next miscellaneous kind of item that I bought, and then I will go into like in order of stores, but this one is a standalone item, which is a campus notebook, which I think is A6, but it's one that I bought from Family Mart. I couldn't see this notebook anywhere else, so I'm not sure if it's exclusive to Family Mart. I know they have a Family Mart collaboration version, which my husband bought because he loves collaboration stuff, but I bought just a plain one. But yeah, I don't think it's a unique limited thing, but I wasn't able to see this in other stationery stores unless it was just like out of stock or something. So by comparison, this is the Passport sticker paper release book from Traveler's Notebook. So that's the size comparison. I do believe it is A6, 105 by 148 mils. So I saw this and I don't have a specific purpose for it, but I just love small notebooks. I think they're so cute. But I really liked the square grid and that it just is small, can lie flat. If anything, it's just really good as a quick note-taking book. But yeah, pretty much every page is the same. Quite thick paper, but also very smooth. I want to say this is... I shouldn't guess. I really don't know. It doesn't say how many pages there are. Oh, I think that's what it is. 48 pages. So yeah, it was really cool that in the Family Mart there were a bunch of campus notebooks there. I love seeing, like, one of the stores is at 7-Eleven. It's all a blur now. They've all mixed into each other, but I believe 7-Eleven is the one with the Muji collaboration, and Lawson has its own... Or is it Lawson? One of them has a Muji collaboration, and this one had the campus ones, which I think because it's in collaboration with Loft or something. So it's really cool that you can find stationery in those convenience stores as well. But this is just a random little notebook that I bought. And I believe this was, I'm going to guess, I want to say around $1.80. If not $3. Those are the two numbers that pop into mind. So I'm not 100% sure. I do have the receipt somewhere, but this is what I bought. And then we're going to go into Daiso. Things that I bought from Daiso. This is not necessarily everything I bought at the same time, but it's everything I bought accumulative. Accumulative. I can't say that. Altogether. Everything that I bought altogether from Daiso. So the very first thing is this washi tape. Nothing fancy. So Daiso in Japan is 100 yen without tax. And so that's $1 Australian, but with tax, it ends up being about $1.10. So this washi tape was $1.10. It's a solid brown, but I wouldn't say it's like super solid because there's kind of like a texture behind it. I'm not sure if you can see that. I didn't bring any washi tape. I have my own solid colored washi tape, but I didn't bring any because I didn't think I would need it, but I needed to stick ephemera down. So I ended up just buying this. It is a nice color, but if I brought my own, I definitely wouldn't have needed to use this or buy this, I mean. But I bought this brown washi tape. I also bought this memo pad, which again is 100 yen, 110 yen with tax. There are some things in Daiso that aren't actually 100 yen and they have a price marked on them, so just be careful about that. But most of the time, if they don't have anything marked on them, they are 100 yen. There was a tag here, but somehow that has disappeared. But I bought this memo pad, which is quite chunky, but I bought this for stamps. And I discussed this a little bit in the Traveler's Factory video, but I don't want to stamp directly onto my notebook because I'm not sure about the layout yet. And so I like stamping on paper that was similar colored to my insert that I'm using so that I can just cut it out and paste it in later. And so that's what I did with the Traveler's Factory stamps, but also when I found any Eki stamps, any train stamps, if I can find any. And sometimes when you go to museums and castles and information centers, you'll also find stamps. So this is a train stamp that I collected. This one is from Yao Station, if I recall correctly. This one's a really, really pretty stamp. I think I stamped it a little bit too hard, but very good condition stamp. I don't think it's a very popular station. This one was at a highway stop. I believe it's called service area. So highway service areas also have stamps, and I discovered that through Jane the Crazy, who is the queen of like Japan stamps. And then this one is from a garden I went to in Okayama, and as you can see, I've already cut one off so I could stick it in my journal. So I'm not going to go through all of them, but oh, that one is beautiful. I do have to show you that one. I might show you in the Japan insert flip through later, but this is my favorite one. Oh my lord, it is stunning. So this one is from Okayama JR Station, and I'm trying to think. I think it is the JR, yeah, because it says JR Okayama Eki, so Okayama Station, and it's a design of Okayama Castle as well as Okayama Korakuen Garden, which is one of the 3 great gardens in Japan. So we actually went here as well, but such a stunning stamp in such good condition. So I definitely stamped that more than once, but I bought this and was carrying this around the entire time. It's actually quite heavy, but for $1 for all of this paper, it was so incredible. I couldn't resist. So I was really excited about this, and I definitely used it a lot. It got pretty beat up, as you can see, because I just threw it in my bag, but I bought this memo pad from Daiso as well. There were other ones like books as well, but I found like this one was the best value. You got so much paper for the same price. I also bought a receipts folder. So it actually came in a pack of 2. It's not a receipts folder, by the way. It's meant to be like a photo album, but I thought it was a really good size for storing receipts. I actually bought this at the end of the trip, so I didn't get to use it very much, but I got this idea from my husband because he did this on the last trip, but he had a much bigger folder. But what I'm going to do is reuse this. So the next time we go on a trip, like that is probably going to be Japan, no, other countries as well. The next time we go on a trip where I will probably like hold on to a lot of the receipts, I will bring this folder with me and I will organize it by day, and tickets and ephemera and things like that. So the reason I bought this was because I was kind of just keeping it all in one giant folder, and then realized it was really hard to sort things by day when it came to journaling. And so it would have been easier to just like turn to the day that I'm journaling about and then just have all of the associated receipts and ephemera already there, ready to journal with. And what I'm thinking of doing is sometimes I peel off labels from packaging and stickers, and so I was just kind of putting that in my sticker paper release book, which I was also carrying around with me. I believe I have some packaging, yeah, like this. I believe that's the back of Kurimu Pan. Oh, okay, so I think this is from a cream bun. It must have been on the packaging of that. So for example, I don't know what day I ate this. I'll have to go back and look at photos, but if I could, you know, include it in this folder, that would be great. And that would actually work because I have a lot of like sticker paper backing that I could use. So for some reason I like to hoard sticker paper backing because it can be used as like a DIY sticker album. But what I can do, because I've got so many of these, I could cut this down and kind of insert it so that when let's try it. Let's pretend that's cut down to size. When I'm peeling something off the packaging, I could just go directly to that day and stick that on and keep that in that folder. So then does that make sense? It's contained for that day. And ideally I have something where I mark the days of it, but yeah, that's kind of how I imagine it. So that's what I'm going to do for next time. Again, I bought this towards the end of the trip, so I didn't get to use it very much, but I figured that if I emptied it out, I could reuse it for every trip basically, because I don't need to hold on to these receipts forever. I just kept on to the ones that I might put in my journal, so they're just in here for now. I usually take a picture of the receipts and then throw them away if I don't need them, so I can keep track of my expenses. But yes, that is the receipt book that I bought. Again, it came in a pack of 2, and my husband wanted the other one, so I gave him that one, but it was 2 for $1. Again, $1.10 really with tax, but that is so cheap. I can't believe you can just, it's basically like 55 cents. 65 cents? 55 cents. Yes, 55 cents. Isn't that crazy? So I bought this photo album, which I'm repurposing as a receipt book. It's not going to stay down. Let's put it under there. I also bought these sticky pockets. So I had my eye on the one from Traveler's Factory, but at the time I didn't think I wanted it or needed it, and I think it came in a pack of 3. It wasn't too expensive. I didn't feel compelled to buy it. And then I saw these in Daiso, again for $1.10, and you get 9 pockets for $1.10, and it's actually really good quality. It's really thick plastic, if you can tell, and it comes with this double-sided tape that you put on the back, and that's how they show you how they use it. So I thought for that price, that was kind of crazy, and the fact that you can flip it any side that you want and put the adhesive wherever you want, basically. So I thought that was really clever, and I won't feel bad about using these up because they're so cheap. I got 9 for $1, and so if I want to put them in an insert or in a planner, I can just do it like that, really. Oh, I'm doing it a little bit off camera, like that. Let's put something in there to pretend that is fixed down. And again, I love that it was so cheap, so I don't have to feel guilty about using them up because I've got 9, which is so many. So I bought these pockets from Daiso. I think they had a few different designs, and different Daisos have different things. So these are all from like different Daisos because I like to browse them all. I feel like Daiso is so good for the price. So I bought sticky pockets. I also bought glue tapes and glue pens. So, okay, prepare yourself. So I brought my own glue tape that I bought here in Australia from Australian Daiso, and I love this glue tape because it's so small. It's $3.30, which isn't the cheapest for the amount, like the length that you get. So this is 8 meters. I also use this one from Amazon. I want to say this one's 20 meters, if not like 10. It's definitely longer than this. It is a bit thicker though. This one is 6 mils. I'm not sure what this one is, but I do really like this one for traveling because it's so small, so compact. I just generally don't use it day to day in my own journals at home because it's a bit more expensive than the Amazon ones. I think because these are $3.30 and the Amazon ones work out to be around $2. But in Daiso, in Japan, I didn't expect to find it there, but it makes sense that it was. They sold them for $1.10. And so I can buy 3 of these for the same price as one in Australia. So I stocked up and I brought one to Japan, but I ended up finishing that one while I was in Japan. And so I opened a new one to use. So including that one, I bought 8. I stocked up on 8 glue tapes. And before this, I actually really liked the one from Muji because it was refillable, but they had a supply chain issue. Like I actually reached out to them to ask when they were getting their refills back, but they said they were having a supply chain issue, so they didn't have any refills in their stores. Okay, this is the last one. So I bought 8, including the one that I opened, because again, 3 is the same price as one in Australia, and they did have the Muji refills in Japan, but I figured price-wise, Honestly, this was a bit cheaper. But yeah, I stocked up on these glue tapes and I'm hoping that this will last me like a year, because I do go through my glue tapes pretty often because I'm always sticking things in my journals, but I probably go through about once every 2 months. So we'll see how we go with this. But I stocked up on 8 of these, well 7 now. But I didn't stop there, because on my last day, I figured I would stock up on some more. But the particular daiso that I went to didn't have this particular glue tape, and they only had, this one's the Tombow Pit glue tape. And I have not actually used this one before, but the look of it was really similar. It's just a bit bigger. It's the same size, 6mm by 8 meters, which is the same as this one. It's just a bit longer and honestly maybe a little bit easier to grab, because I have tiny hands, but even this is a bit too small for me sometimes. But this is quite a nice look as well, because it's actually completely transparent, whereas this one has the white background. But I bought 5 of these to stock up at the very last minute. My husband was very enabling. He's like, just do it. You use it so much, you might as well stock up. And these were also $1.10. So I got 5 of these. And I don't want you to think I'm being excessive and hoarding. I will actually use these glue tapes. I'm just buying them because it's so much cheaper than getting it here in Australia. So it'll last me pretty much a year, I'm anticipating. So that is why I stocked up on that. And the other glue related item that I bought was this glue pen, this glue stick from Tombow as well. It's the same Tombow Pit. I think I saw Jane the Crazy using this and I thought it was fascinating. I don't think it was exactly this. I'm not 100% sure, but I really wanted to try it because it sounded interesting. I didn't notice that it was refillable. So technically I didn't need to buy 5 pens because I could have just bought the refills instead. But I know 2 of my patrons have already kind of shotgunned 2 for themselves, like 1 each for themselves. So I have these 3. I've already opened this one. So this is what it looks like. It's blue glue, but it dries clear, like blue stick here in Australia. And it's a windy glue thing. It's made in Korea, if you're curious. And I've already tried it and I don't know what I feel about it, like how I feel about it yet, because it did not hold the paper down. It didn't really stick down, so I still have to keep trying it with different things. But I used it on just like regular paper to stick down, and yeah, the paper didn't stick. So I can't attest to how sticky this is because my first experience with it was not great. So stay tuned. I will keep experimenting with that. I just thought it was interesting because I do like glue tapes as well, but sometimes it's really annoying to get to the edge because the glue tape is so big. So I thought a glue tape pen might be a really cute like travel smaller alternative. Like I could just carry these 2. But yes, so far it hasn't been very sticky, so I don't know how to feel about that. If you have the pen, let me know what you think about it, and if I'm just using it wrong, maybe I'm not applying enough or I'm not pressing down hard enough. But that is everything that I bought from Daiso. Basically just a bunch of glue tapes because I love my glue tapes and it was very cheap. The receipts folder, the memo pad, the sticky pockets, and a washi tape. So let me move this all to the side. Okay, next up, we are going to look at what I bought from Loft. So I have a Stalogy that I bought from Loft last year in Japan in 2023. I went in May 2023, purchased the Stalogy, loved it, have not used it because I'm planning to use it for next year because I still have been using up a bunch of journals. So I technically haven't used it, but I know I love it already. So I bought another one. I felt really guilty about this, but I know that I'm going to love it. So I bought the exact same one because I don't know if this is going to last me the entire year. So this is great as a backup, essentially. I'm going to be using this as my daily log. So you will see that in the Life Archives. But I did buy another Stellargy. This is in B6, the 365 days one. I was hoping that I could get it in the fog color, kind of the gray color, but they only had this, the yellow and the blue, I believe. The kind of landscape one was interesting, but I didn't want to be too risky. I just went with the same B6 one that I know that I love, even though I haven't used it. I also bought some stickers. These actually are the only sticker sheets that I bought. I think I bought a lot more last time, but they are pretty much the same series, but let me show you them because they are so cute. I've been so excited to use them, but I made myself hold off until I recorded this video. It's just a woman and her dog. Like, they're having coffee together. It's just really sweet, like, moments. The dog is carrying a baguette. He's giving her like a melon pan. Oh my gosh. He's holding flowers. He's in her basket. Look at her outfit. Like, everything about this is so cozy and sweet and like so inspiring for like my own art. I love this art style. Look at it. It's so sweet. And they're eating a donut together. Oh my gosh, my heart. I think this one's my favorite. So the other two are the same thing, but different women and different animals. So this one is with a fox, I believe. I want to say that is a fox. So she's reading and he's there. I don't know why, but he's got like a tennis racket. They're going off to play tennis. They're playing games together. And look, they're cooking, making tea together. Even the little like individual stickers are so sweet. I do love the texture. And they're skating together. And he's playing a guitar. So that is the fox one. They're just really lovely neutral colors as well, but I'm so excited to use this. And then this last one is a bear. And if you know me and my store, I do love bears. I feel like they're such cute neutral animals in theory, not in real life. This one's got a bit more of like a cottagecore vibe. She's baking with him. She's reading with him. This is such a pretty sticker. Even this one. Oh my gosh. And the birds, so pretty. Look at them, all cozy. So sweet. So these are, oh, amazing. And I can't wait to use these. I might actually torture myself a little bit longer and save them for 2025. I think that would be a really cute way to enjoy these stickers so that I'm using them in my 2025 planners and then get to see them and enjoy them all year. But I did buy these. I think they were around $3 each, which is very affordable. I didn't look at every single sticker sheet very carefully. I kind of just like quickly browsed. There's just so much to look at in Loft, and honestly I could spend hours there if I didn't just kind of skim everything. And the only other thing I bought from Loft were these stamp pads from Shachihara. So I went to Nagoya, which is actually the birthplace of Shachihara stamp pads, so I felt like I had to buy it there just for the, I don't know, just for the the nice memory of buying it from the birthplace. So I bought the mini ones. It felt a little bit wasteful to buy the big and the small sizes because you can just kind of get the refills. Maybe I should have bought the refills, but I think honestly, I'm not going to use this up in a year. We'll see. But if I go back and I need to refill them, I will buy the refills. Hopefully it does last me that entire time. I do have other stamp pads in different colors, but I'm really excited because I've never used this brand before. But I see people use it and it looks really lovely. So these are the three things that I bought from Loft. There is technically one other thing, but it's attached to something else, so I will show you with that. But this was my Loft purchases. The next one we're going to talk about is hands. And it technically is just this one thing. So I bought this planner. Again, you might have seen it in my vlog. But this clear cover that it is in, it did not come with a clear cover. This is technically from Loft. So I bought a generic clear cover, which was around $4, which is insanely cheap, but it was a basics clear cover. It doesn't fit it perfectly. There's definitely some like give on the top, but it's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. It was a plain white cover, but I bought these stickers separately. They're They're B-side stickers, B-side vinyl stickers. And so is this one. So that's the other thing that I bought from Hands, these B-side stickers. But this is my favorite sticker of all time. It is amazing. Why are you sumo wrestling? Why are you so cute? So I haven't committed to sticking it down because I don't know if I want it there, but I just kind of put it in here and I just love the look of it. So it's just staying there for now. But I also bought these two separately for the purpose of decorating my planner. So these are already stuck down. And then I just put in a postcard from the Traveler's Factory. But I bought this planner, which is a B6 2025 planner. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I will go through it in my Teisho Kaigi. I've already kind of mocked up the first month and week to see how it will look, but this is what I will be using as my planner in 2025. I love the size, I love the cream, I love the grid and the very simple layout. I don't love the green accent, but apart from that, yeah, it's great. I think there's so much space in the month to plan, which I really like. I like that it's just a simple plain white cover and then I could decorate it myself. And if I wanted, I could put this, you know, on the front. I like that I can interchange, like I can decorate it differently. So that is what I bought from Hands. I bought this planner and I bought the stickers, and that is pretty much it. And the very last place that I bought things from was Seria, which is basically just a daiso, not a daiso copy, but it's also a 100 yen store, like a dollar store. And I didn't look at this place as much as Daiso, but they do have really good stuff. Some different to Daiso, some things are the same. They have some really cute plates and stuff that I looked at and was considering buying, but I did not. I chose to be good. So the first thing I bought was this B6 grid journal. So I love how simple it is, but mainly that inside it's also cream grid. I don't love the top of it, how it says year, month, day, because the design of that is just so strange to me, but it's such a good size, good thickness that I bought this because I thought, like I'm not 100% sure what I want to use it on because I think it's really nice as a journal as well. Pages are quite thin, but if anything, I could use it as a morning pages journal because again, this was $1.10. Which is just so crazy. $1.10 for a plain notebook. That's $1.10 Australian, so that's even less in USD. But yeah, really simple, nothing crazy. Just can't go wrong with standard grid notebook. I am a hoarder of notebooks. I'm a recovering hoarder of notebooks, but I bought quite a few, but I feel like I really spent the time to think about how I could use it. Like even if I didn't have a particular use for it, I know that if anything, I can fall back on this as a morning pages journal because I do go through journals quite quickly for morning pages. But yeah, I really, really like this. Do not regret this at all. And the other thing I bought from Seria, which is the very last item in this video, is this beige clip. So this actually had a bunny design on it. Very, very simple, but I don't know if you can see, there's a bit of residue, but there was a bunny design on it, just in white. It honestly was cute, but I didn't want it. I just wanted something plain. So I got nail polish remover, which has acetone in it, and I managed to get most of that off. So from afar, from quick glance, it's just a simple clip. I've used this already quite a few times, and yeah, it's worked really well. I don't know if it's enough to hold down this page, but I like it. It's kind of like a really cheap Penco clip because the Penco clips are about $13 here in Australia. It would be cheaper in Japan, of course. I didn't see it. I don't think I did see it, but I didn't look out for it. But I saw this one for like $1.10. So I thought this is an amazing generic Penco clip alternative. I also have this random like kitchen clip one that I bought from like Miniso here in Australia. It doesn't open as wide, fairly close, but not as wide, but that does make a difference. This one is a little bit tougher to, but it still absolutely works. So here are some alternatives to the Penco clip. I actually feel like this is sturdier than the Penco clip. Am I allowed to say that? But yeah, I'm very happy with that for $1.10. I do also have the Travelers brass clip that I showed you in the Travelers Factory video, but I'm going to use this primarily with, I think, the TN notebook. So for everything else, I mean, it's nice to have alternatives, but for anything else, I think I will use this clip. But that is the end of the video. I hope you are not judging me too much for stocking up on glue tapes. I feel like if you're in the journaling community, you most certainly understand the love and need for a glue tape stash. But that is everything that I bought. I don't think I personally went too crazy. It was all kind of things I had in mind. I knew I wanted to buy the Stalogy. I knew I wanted to buy these stamp pads. I knew I wanted to stock up on some sort of glue tape. And I still really love everything and super excited to use everything. Again, to wrap up, most of the places I bought things from were Daiso, Seria, Hands, and Loft. Those are my favorite places. And then, of course, the random like Family Mart and Muji. I actually didn't buy anything from Muji this time, surprisingly. But that is it. I hope you enjoyed my little stationery haul, things that I purchased from Japan, and I can't wait to use everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!